Well, I know I'm a little late to the party on this one. I've been busy with real life, and so let's talk about the Charlie Kirk assassination. Now, here's the thing. I'm not going to talk about the conspiracy theories out there. There's so many of them. That's not me. I'm not talking about that. What I want to talk about that really irked me was the memorial service to Charlie Kirk, which I think and believe that it was a blasphemous, idolatry-filled ritual. And how do I believe that? Because they try to put Charlie Kirk on the same level as Jesus Christ. Um, Let me break it down for you. Let me start off with Tucker Carlson. See, Tucker Carlson was trying to put Charlie Kirk on the same level as Jesus Christ by saying that Jesus Christ was killed for telling the truth. Okay, partly true, but let me explain further here. Charlie Kirk was a debater, and I will give him that. He was really good at that. He challenged people's beliefs. He challenged people's ideas, and they in turn challenged his ideals and his beliefs. That's not telling the truth. Jesus Christ, on the other hand, told the truth from beginning to end. The more important thing about this, Tucker Carlson said that the Pharisees killed Jesus Christ because he was telling the truth. No, that much is true, yes. I'm not saying no, that's not what it is, but I'm saying what it is. The Pharisees killed Jesus Christ, murdered Jesus Christ, not killed him, because Jesus Christ would not bend to them. Because the Pharisees try to sit there and say that, oh, they're holy men, so they're on even par with Jesus Christ. Jesus, you're holy, we're holy. Can we all just get along? In other words, they wanted to be free from sin automatically. They want to continue doing their thing, keep sin, but not have it called sin. And Jesus is like, no, we're not doing that. And that's why the Pharisees turned on Jesus Christ, because he would not give them leeway. Because the Pharisees try to sit there and say, laws for thee, not for me. And Jesus is like, no, laws for everybody. Sin is sin. So what did they do? Well, they basically said that Jesus is not the Son of God. He's not God in the flesh. So what they had him do? Get beat down by Pontius Pilate. Okay? Pontius Pilate whipped Jesus Christ's back so bad, ripped flesh from his back, forcibly put a crown of thorns on Jesus' head, mocking Jesus Christ. Here's your king. And to further make it worse, to further humiliate Jesus Christ, I meant to say, he had Jesus Christ march down with his own cross while people spat on Jesus Christ, yelled at Jesus Christ, mocked Jesus Christ. It was a public humiliation. Here's your God. Here's the Son of God. This is not God. This is a man. That's what it was all about. Punishment. Until they put him on the cross and got him murdered there. Charlie Kirk just took a bullet just for debating, not for defying the Pharisees, defying the law of the time. So for Tucker Carlson to sit there and say that, oh, Jesus Christ was killed for telling the truth and try to make it seem like that Charlie Kirk was telling the truth in the same manner as Jesus Christ, that's blasphemous. Now let's go to Marco Rubio. You see, Marco Rubio was right. There will be a new kingdom, a new earth, and a new heaven when Jesus Christ returns. He left something out. I said the word kingdom. See, when Jesus comes back, it's even in the Bible that his kingdom will not be of this earth. Meaning, Jesus will not come back as a Republican or libertarian or Democrat or socialist, anarchist, communist, atheist, or even a Christian. Jesus is coming back as a king. Not of this earth, not of this world. Why do you think Jesus says don't be of this world, be above it? And there's a little Marco Rubio saying that, oh yeah, the new kingdom and new heaven and new earth, but neglecting to tell the world that the kingdom of Jesus Christ is not of this earth. Now I want to go to Erica Kirk, the widow of Charlie Kirk. Okay. She said something that's true. She forgave the assassin for the death of Charlie Kirk. And she hit the nail on the head by saying, that's what Jesus would do. That's exactly what Jesus would want us to do. He would want us to forgive, because Jesus does tell us to love each other as he loves us, and that vengeance is the Lord's. But did Erica Kirk stop there? No, she didn't. She continued on by saying, that's what Charlie would do. Again, idolatry here. She's putting her husband on the same level as Jesus. No. She should have stopped right there when she said, that's what Jesus would do. Done. Perfect. You got it. That's exactly what it is. That's exactly how it is. Jesus would want us to forgive and forget and let vengeance be his. But for her to sit there and say, oh, that's what Charlie would do. Yeah, pump the brakes, sweetheart. You had me at Jesus. That's why I believe that this whole memorial service to Charlie Kirk was nothing more than a blasphemous idolatry ritual. You know, trying to compare man to Jesus Christ when there is no comparison. It's all about Jesus. It's only about Jesus. Why is my shirt saying, y'all need Jesus? Because it's all about Jesus. I'm not pointing at myself, by the way. I'm pointing at my shirt. Just want to make sure. All right, here. Y'all need Jesus, because it's about Jesus. It's only about Jesus.